Dukes of Weepdom.
Dukes of Weepdom.
Episode 29.
Yeah.
So, figures the one time we pushed things back because of the holiday, and we just realized 4 minutes ago
that we didn't have a Chainsaw Man to read.
Yeah. So no double feature for Chainsaw Man. Just
that's one of the first things you said too. When I said I needed to push it back a day, is you're like, yeah, we could talk about Chainsaw Man as it comes out this time.
Yes, I did say that, but nope, just 8 pages of Denji and Nayuta everyday life. You know, going shopping with the doggies and
just
taking
realized
baths with
that
the
that
doggies.
was 14 pages also.
Oh yeah. Huh.
But I actually saw someone on Twitter put up those pages next to one that gave a little nice extra context about how remember what Famine said to Asa? You make people forget about Chainsaw Man. He gets weaker and can live that normal life. This is him being
weaker, living that normal life.
Yep.
Yeah.
When it was put up next to it like that, I was like, wow, yeah, I didn't think about that.
And then finally, though, I've been saying, kind of skip ahead. I've been asking for so long for some payoff with all of this colossal setup. Plot. Last panel, and that's why God will forgive us, no matter how many people we kill tomorrow. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty...
What's happening tomorrow?
Sussy-wussy. I love that they're planning their murder spree at the local McDonald's.
Same burger shop that Kobeni got some serious Chainsaw Man
dancing action.
Well, yeah, and she brought out her
inner DDR.
DDR, yes, her DDR skills.
Hey, come meet me at McDonald's. We're gonna plan a murder.
For real though.
It's almost like Bareem doesn't know anywhere else. It's like, shit. Let's go to the Family Burger.
Do we have a name of what the restaurant is called? Oh, yeah, literally, Family Burger. Look at that.
Family!
Yes. Where we discuss murder and eat burgers.
And apparently that's the Whip Devil.
This dude?
The glasses one. Yeah.
Oh, this dude up here. No? No. We'll see what this... big old event is going to be that they want to kill a bunch of people. What it's for.
Spree.
The murder. Of the murder.
Speaking of Chainsaw Man things I saw on Twitter, I had one I wanted to bring up.
Oh, yes. You had mentioned that there was something specific you wanted to talk about involving Chainsaw Man.
It's a couple Chainsaw Man anecdotes. Excuse me while I find the Twitter one.
Not a problem.
Because it's actually a really nice little thread. Collaborative thread. God, I like too much shit on Twitter. Maybe I bookmarked it. I did.
Yes. Convenience.
So this also made me think of the entire point of having Nayuta around, which was to raise her to be someone that doesn't become like Makima.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw a thread that actually lends a lot of credence to that theory, to that being a possible thing to do. Makima copies a lot of people's behavior.
Copies their behavior?
Literally copies. So in the Assassin's arc, when Quan Chi and the Fiends roll up on those public security people, one of them says, "Corpses are talking." Long before, Makima says, "A corpse is talking right back at them later," before killing them. Another one. When Denji got his arm cut off by Reze, and Makima takes the same pose after taking Reze's arm. I should probably look at this one. Oh, yeah. If you're going to get in our way, then die. If you're going to get in our way, then die. She just speaks it right back at them. It's almost like she learns how to be human from watching other people.
So in Makima's situation, when the control devil was Makima, because you had something to speak about that aspect too. devils and fiends, right? Not
yes,
just
yeah, the whole reincarnation cycle.
We'll get to that in a minute. But so then that means that as Makima, the way she was introduced into the world and the people she was copying was not good influences. No. So this time with Nayuta, Control Devil, they're trying to give a good influence.
Good life. So it's working too. She likes her school.
She seems to be ride or die for Denji, but then at the same time, that sus conversation she had with
seems to be a more whole person in general, despite being a child.
Yes, and more active. Of like Nayuta showing there was like the excitement and the drive to learn at school, and be like engaging in there. Like Makima's not that kind of person. You know what I mean?
She just
exactly, the eyes.
Thank you, teacher.
I already knew that. I'm gonna kill you and control your corpse like a marionette later.
Chain it to my pussy.
But so what's this? You've been contemplating some things.
It wasn't like a grand thing, but it's like a lot of questions I'm asking are kind of starting to piece together. Like how we talked a long time ago, like why would a devil want to be a fiend? Well, all of the devils and fiends, when they went to hell, seemed to be shit pissing themselves. One of the Quan Chi girls, that one that said corpses talking, asked Quan Chi for permission to kill herself. So they're so afraid of hell that they're willing to become fiends. Also, with the fucking Makima dying and come back immediately, also tells us that she got killed immediately. More reason to fear hell. Shit like the Darkness Devil.
That situation still confuses me, though. Not to take...
No worries.
Take your theory off the train rails here, but it's specifically said that when Chainsaw Man eats a devil, it erases that devil. Because that's what Makima wanted to do. That quote of war, death, that thing and this thing.
Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons. The world would be better without these. So Chainsaw Man ate those things, deleted those things, but then he ate Makima. So why is Nayuta a thing?
Again, I still think it's because he wasn't even in chainsaw form when he did it. He just sat down as like Denji and just...
Gross. Yeah. Probably.
Especially if we swap in that the Black Chainsaw Man is the actual like chainsaw devil. So it's like 2 degrees of separation from it.
I guess we'll really kind of find out with this like fake Saw Man that's around.
Yeah.
We'll get more info on like, I think that something's going on where this other fake Saw Man isn't necessarily fake because they're 2 different things. I think they're 2 pieces to whatever happens to Pochita before the start of the story to make Pochita.
Another thing I'm wondering.
Who the fuck fucked up Chainsaw Man to get him into a little tiny dog with a chainsaw sticking out of his head?
It's like where the whole swirl ends. My last questions in this whole conundrum is, what's up with War, Pochita, and it's related to Nayuta. Because if we take Makima as an example, because we've seen her whole life and death cycle now, she came back as a child. So are Pochita and the owl form the War Devil was in, are those like baby forms when you get reincarnated?
I would assume so, because it's 3 examples of the same thing.
Yeah, we just don't know what happened to Pochita beforehand. We still don't know for War, but we at least know War was in a major battle with Chainsaw Devil at one point.
And then how about this, too? Is that what did the damage to both of them at the same time? Or
could be.
Because you gotta think, if War was a devil, that's gotta be a high-tier fucking devil.
You'd think.
You would
think. This is where continuity is important. I'm wondering if War couldn't get strong because World War II's gone, the Holocaust is gone, nuclear weapons is gone, possibly even the 9/11 attacks, if I remember what Makima says, right? How much fear for war is in the world right now? And it's a devil-infested world.
Wouldn't you think... Well, actually, how did Chainsaw Man get rid of those things? How did he get rid of a nuclear weapon? Because that's an arsenal of the War Devil. So you would think that during their battle, he would eat pieces away of her to get rid of those things.
That's what I was thinking.
Because he didn't completely get rid of her because War is still a known concept, but certain wars are going. So like World War II, the largest
That's-
war ever fought. So that would make sense that would be the one to go when she would lose. Nuclear weapons is her biggest weapon, so that would be tied into
So I
that.
think the world is even that scared of war right now. Especially when devils exist, too, on top of it.
Well, I think they're about to get real powerful if Chainsaw Man thing is about to go to war with something.
Yeah. Or if any publicity hits it.
Which it's going to be, because that's all the Chainsaw Man Church is about, is publicity. And they're about to go kill a bunch of people. Basically declaring war on whatever they're doing. So it's going to give Asa/Yoro a boost while Chainsaw Man's getting...
So I just want to see that last bit is of confirmation that they're like reincarnated versions. I'd even imagine they die, get reincarnated, and have to feed off that fear to get into like a stronger position.
Right.
And when you think about it again, chainsaws aren't the scariest thing in the world.
They're really not.
Devils remember the sound of the rev, but they don't remember fearing Chainsaw Man inherently. You know what I mean? They don't have that reminder. They won't even connect that. Right. So not even devils are that afraid of Chainsaw Man.
But at the same time, though, look at what happened. Like, something's up with Chainsaw Man where it's different, because with Denji, when Aki died, he just went berserk, and look how amped his strength went. Aki dying didn't just suddenly make everyone afraid of chainsaws. He just got
real strong.
Like out of
I'm wondering
nowhere
if that's
strong.
Like what Pochita was like in hell when he like cultivated this fear.
Gotta give it up though. Gotta give it up though, because you gotta give Makima her credit in that aspect, in the sense that without Makima, I think that there's a 0% chance that Public Safety Division takes out the Gun Devil.
Oh, yeah, no.
There's just no way. Because it was her machinations and her battle with them
and
that
her
forced,
own overpoweredness.
That forced the Gun Devil into Aki's body to be a fiend, which then made him vulnerable to Denji to kill him.
Yep. I don't think anyone would have even gotten that far, because again, Makima's practically immortal. I can imagine she probably died in that fight multiple times.
So sad it got off screen.
I was about to say, it's sad that I have to imagine. I'm also wondering if there's symbolism to those forms too, though, because like chainsaw being a dog, chainsaws really only do what you do, a job.
Yeah,
they do the job you want it to do. Obviously, control's gonna look like a human. Control's a human thing. I'm wondering why the War Devil's an owl.
Right, because
always looking. Maybe, I don't know. It's such a weird.
Maybe there's something with like, because my thing with like symbolism in that is like, not necessarily always Japanese folklore.
True. Yeah.
Because not always that, because writers take inspiration from anything, right?
Especially Mr. Fujimoto.
Yeah, so he could take something from a folklore of some kind of old indigenous group or something, or like some age-long folklore of something that has to do with owls. But I've never seen it. Like, I've seen
a lot
like
of Christian symbolism in part one, also like an extreme amount of Christian symbolism.
Because like, if I was gonna think of like something for war, I would think like, I don't know why the hawk is coming to mind right now. I honestly don't know why. Or like the eagle. But the other one, like crow, or like the buzzards, the ones that eat all, because anytime you had those big battles, the birds out there, and crows, vultures and stuff, and crows would follow armies back in the day, because they would know that
it's a food source.
So once they eventually they would clash with another group, dead bodies would and the crows would just come and start, pecking eyeballs out. So I wouldn't picture an owl. You know what I mean? It's just not.
It probably is more tied to folklore of some sort.
Oh, I have to look into that. See if there's any kind of like old folklore, wives' tale, maybe some kind of old story, religion, some kind of maybe Japanese god, Aztec god, Chinese god, or something that has to do with the owl. Because the Egyptian god, the owl, is, well, not really the owl, just like a bird is Horus. And the Eye of Horus and stuff like that, but not so much war, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Greek is Aries for war, so it wouldn't be something like that. It would have to be maybe something Chinese or Japanese, or if anything. Or maybe it's just, this is just an idea we're trying to roll with, that it actually has no significance.
It has something in its nature that makes it...
Yeah, just a random... He's like, fuck it, we'll do an owl for this, and a dog for this, and there's no rhyme or reason. Who knows? But we'd need more. We'd need more for that.
Oh, I'm very interested, though.
Yes.
I'm also certain Power's out there somewhere now. Which is, again, it's just how scared devils are. Makima dying immediately. I almost think that hell is just hostile.
So, but here's my thing with...
Well, she'll be different also.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because would she be a completely... She was the fiend, but the other fiends...
She was a special fiend. She was a highly intelligent fiend.
Yes, and the fact that, like, the katana devil was... Well, actually... He just got his nuts caved in by Aki and Denji. He wasn't, like, killed that we saw. Because, like, all those fiends or weapon devils that Makima had control of were... Well, no. Fuck, what's her name?
Rize?
No, the lesbian...
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi. She straight up died. She got her head cut off, and then she was there in the battle.
Yep.
And it looks the same... But then it's like, all right, is that just because it's like a corpse being controlled by Makima? Was she brought back? So
I'm wondering if the dead ones are brought back, or did they just go back to dying after Makima's gone?
Because like Makima's
or could they just drink blood and regenerate from that form too? Because
Makima's not a fiend, right? No,
she's a devil.
So when she died, she became Nyuta, which is different.
Yes.
The war devil, when it died, it became the owl, and now is a pseudo fiend but not fiend because it fused with Asa, but not really. That's like a special case, right?
I think it's the same thing as Denji, honestly. I think it just Pochita was nice to Denji, so they could make like a mutual contract. I think war just had different terms to their contract, but did the same outcome, if that makes sense. Then
because
again,
right
they
now,
could talk to each other.
Yeah, Denji and Pochita could once too, because that whole time Pochita kept giving him those dreams. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. And we always had no idea what it was.
War knows more about this process in general and can like leverage it better.
That was such a huge thing too, because we heard that from like chapter 1. Don't open the door.
Yeah.
And he opens that door. Man, it's Aki, man. That's
Yep.
It just hurts thinking about it, man. But so if
I'm thinking
right now, if
it's got to be
Asa
similar,
dies, what happens to Yoro? Is she reborn like a Nyuta situation where it's a different person, or is she?
I think eventually. I mean, she'll die also, be reborn in hell, die, come back to Earth.
Because that's my thing with Power right now. She died. She's in hell currently, maybe.
Probably
Does
dead
that
again.
mean as
the Blood Devil?
As the Blood Devil Power memories, or just the Blood Devil?
I doubt Power memories.
And then gets reset. You know what I mean? Where's the reset?
That's what I'm wondering too. Does she have it in hell or not? Does it automatically reset? Does it reset every jump?
Right. Because actually, it might reset every jump because all of you have power on, Earth or whatever in the real world.
Yeah.
She gets axed. She goes to hell. It's reset. So now she's the Blood Devil in hell. All the devils in hell fear Chainsaw Man. They get axed in hell, come back, and they don't remember Chainsaw Man. Just remember Rev.
True. So there's definitely that. Yeah.
So it's probably a reset each time.
Brutal.
Unless you get axed by Chainsaw Man and he eats you, and then you just get erased from existence.
I bet we're going to hell this part. I just kind of
I need to see the Hell Devil again, and Darkness Devil's down there too. And it's not somewhere you should want to go though, because I don't think that the Chainsaw Man is not this kind of story where. Well, first off, there's the good, quote unquote, good guys, because it can't even say that because the Chainsaw Man doesn't have like a team that you can look to say the good guys anymore. In the first village, well, no, because in the first half, I would say, okay, it's public security with Aki, Power, Denji, and that whole group, fucking all of them. But they like, by the end of part 1, they're all fucking dead. The only person left that I can think of that has a name tied to it is fucking Yoshida, and I ain't looking to Yoshida as a quote unquote good guy. The Chainsaw Man Church can go get fucked. Yeah. So it's just Denji and Naota. He has no other allies. Asa's her own thing, so maybe even if they do team up...
I put Yoshida in the ally box.
For now, he's sus,
I think he'd come through.
Alright, let's make a little team here then. Asa, Denji, Naota, and Yoshida. You think that is a better pairing to go to hell than Makima, Kishibe, and all those other dudes in the first part that rolled up in hell and got fucking trounced by the Darkness Devil?
Thank God Kishibe wasn't there. I don't think he was.
No, I don't think it was either.
Thank
I
God.
Said it.
I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, but everyone else was there. It was Quan Chi, all 4 of her fiends. No, I think 2 of her fiends. Yeah,
Denji,
Quan Chi, 2 of her
Aki
fiends.
and Power.
Yep.
Makima. Angel was there too, right?
Angel, yep.
Kobene? Or
Angel, Beam, and the Violence Fiend.
Yeah. Like, they rolled up in there. And
the Spider Devil was there, because the Spider Devil, literally, when Makima wants to go to hell, the Spider Devil grabs a zipper on top of her head, pulls it down, and Makima's inside.
But it's like, all of them were there, and the Darkness Devil looked at them and baby shaked them.
He literally appeared behind them, and all of their arms were gone.
Yes. All of them. So, and my thing is, okay, that's just the Darkness Devil is just chilling there. He's in hell. So is the Hell Devil. So is Death, assumedly. So is whatever this King of Devils is.
King of Terror.
Yeah, if that's not the Darkness Devil, Hell
That's whatever
Devil,
that worm was, too, that Falling brought out.
Yeah. Well,
she straight up opened the door from hell.
What happened to the Fallen Devil, though? Actually, now that I think that, because she was in hell, and Famine
has like a doll of her,
and she
or a chocolate. I can't really
cut
tell
her up,
with
right?
manga.
So she.
I think she just stashed her. That's what I thought.
I feel like I got the impression that the Fallen Devil had ceased to. She was unalived.
I thought she was just like straight up boo turned to chocolate. It's kind of.
I'll save you for later type deal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm still curious how she just, again, whipped open a door and fucking worm came out. And the door's just like the ceiling to hell, the sky in hell.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of other big heavy hitters down there too. So I don't know if hell's really the place you want to go with the status
this
of
ragtag
power of that the...
I don't even know if I want Naruto there. Hell does not like Makima. Hell does not like the Control Devil.
No.
Look at the fucking arms spelling Makima. The severed arms from the Darkness Devil. Oh, he does not like you.
It's so badass.
It's so good.
It's in like a chapter and a half. And he leaves such a presence.
Peak.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think that I don't know if they'll go to hell. I mean, maybe Denji, because if he finds out, like, Power's there and he has the ability to bring her back, I think he would do that.
I don't think they're going to go anytime soon, at least. Like, I don't think the Chainsaw Man Church is going to lead to that.
No, it'd be something like an arc after it or whatever.
Yeah.
But then also, we don't know...
My body wants a road trip.
Yeah, we don't know what Fujimoto's plans are. It's like trying to figure out what the long-term goals of this are right now.
I want a Famine, Asa... Denji, Yoshida, Naruto road trip.
And the dogs.
And the dogs. All of them. If you need to bring a second car.
For Yoshida.
Oh, no. My boy.
Your boy.
Himshida, Godshida, Solo's weapon devils. Best, greatest devil hunter ever.
Not while Kishibe
Loser,
lives.
gay failure. That'd be my favorite goddamn meme of the year. It's really jarring going back to that arc and just seeing how like mysterious and big dick Yoshida was, swapping hands with Quan Chi.
And then now he's just like,
Little
pushover guy. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
Constantly reacting.
Do something. Public safety. Do
He
something.
did do something. He
Was Makima
excavated all of Denji's forks.
Was Makima really the only thing public safety had going for him? And when she's gone, you guys are nothing.
That's why she really
Kishibe
needed to whip them up into shape to get public order going.
I know, right? So her and Kishibe leave, and the whole
Was
fucking thing
Makima
falls
always
apart.
right?
The two of them leave, and the whole place falls apart. Not a single named person other than Yoshida.
I think that theory, that not the Cthulhu part, I think the theory that Yoshida was going to use Denji for something is completely out the window.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he could have used Denji 8 times over by now.
It's so easy.
He literally used him as a chair, got him to stop being Chainsaw Man. If Yoshida wanted something out of Denji, he would have had it.
I could get it. Anyone could get it. Listen.
Denji want a half-eaten popsicle?
Not even well, that too, but I was just going to say, all right, I made just a little bit of money.
I'll show you a picture of a woman.
That or any place that the PRO is illegal.
Yeah.
Here's a couple $100.
So I think that part of the theory is just right in the garbage.
Yeah, no. It's just not happening. I don't see it happening.
Maybe Makima was right.
Probably not.
I mean, possibly. The means were pretty awful, but the end goal was pretty good.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
After tomorrow's murder spree or whatever that's about.
Yeah.
Still not Gojo over.
Still not Gojo over. Never Gojo over.
Oh yeah, that fucking New thing is just like
Gone.
Gojo's like, you
kind of suck.
You kind of just don't fit in here. I also noticed, by the way, it wasn't a spoiler. I saw a notification and I just read it, but I guess chapter 235, which is next week's or this weekend's chapter, will be the end of a volume.
Oh, thank you.
So people are thinking that something big's going to happen. And at the end of the last chapter, it says something, 40 seconds?
Until the next Hollow Purple?
41 seconds from now, for the second time, Gojo's Hollow Purple will cut through Shinjuku. So I think Hollow Purple will happen next chapter.
But will Gojo losing also happen next chapter? Is this a misdirect?
True.
He'll cut through Shinjuku. It doesn't sound like it's going to cut through Sukuna.
That arm got fucking tossed off, though.
He doesn't seem too worried about it either.
He really just
Doesn't.
doesn't care. He's just kind of just going strong. Like, look at that face. That's not a face of a man who cares. His arm just got cut off. Yeah, he's smiling. That's the first time we see his face from when it got cut off. You think?
He just whips out blue and kills that thing.
So here's my thing too, because they're saying, "Oh, someone Gojo's healing power is low. Would he be able to grow an arm back?"
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Right? That's not.
I think they literally said you can't regenerate limbs with reverse curse technique, and the only reason Hakuri could is because he literally had unlimited cursed energy.
Yeah.
Literally.
The only person I've ever seen do it is Sukuna when he did it for Yuji when he got fucked up.
Yeah, and well, I still don't even really know how it would be with Sukuna, but supposedly it'd be easier for cursed spirits to heal because I could just use cursed energy.
Well, I mean, Sukuna did it at the beginning of the fight because he lost both his hands to the first Hollow Purple.
But it's curious because I saw someone on Twitter even mention that it's definite that he's not a curse right now. He's whatever he's in the body of, because reverse curse technique heals him instead of hurts him. If he was a curse, it would kill him.
Oh.
Which was a nice little point that I never even thought of. Because he even used the reverse curse deer on Yorozu.
Yeah. I love how Sukino, when he's talking to himself over here, is just like disappointed in Mahoraga. Like, when are you gonna do something?
You're my shadow, not Megumi's. First of all, you were barely Megumi's. He never beat you.
Dude summoned you once, and then Sukino...
I was ready to die for it.
Yeah, and then Sukino beat Mahoraga the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still personally think that's what completed the ritual, but I mean, who knows? Because he had 2 more summons than Megumi had.
Yeah, I've never seen Megumi summon the deer.
Nope. Or I think it was a boar. It sucked anyway, so
yeah,
I'm too worried about it.
Still used max elephant, and Nue, but I haven't seen Sukino use the wolf, like that Megumi's signature wolfie. I don't remember its name. I can tell you. I'm sure it has the name.
Devil Dog, I think.
Maybe. Speaking of JJK2, did you watch the first Shibuya episode?
I did. What a ping pong match.
Just for poor Toto at the end. And to realize he's now not ever going to go on missions with my brother.
I do like it. At the end, too, my partner's like, oh, that was a nice little episode before we have our tuning exams arc. And I literally said out loud, more like Pain Invasion arc. He didn't say anything to it, but I was just like...
I did... That first part was definitely in the manga, right? With
the ping pong match?
No, not the ping pong match.
Okay, I was about to say no. The
girl. I was like, I feel like I've seen this.
All of that was. Yeah.
That was so awesome to see the 3 of them like that.
Again.
Because spoilers, it's never going to happen again.
They messed up one thing about it, though. This is going to be literally the smallest complaint. They put Megumi's upset face in the wrong part of the dialogue. It's supposed to be, does Yuji have a girlfriend? And then Megumi gets offended.
He was offended first.
Yeah, he walked in why'd you call me here? And then they're like, does Itadori have a girlfriend? He's like, I don't know. But it's supposed to more be like, oh, why'd you guys call me here? Does Itadori have a girlfriend? What? Why are you asking me this?
I don't give
Important distinction, because there's this is part of the shipper's evidence of Megumi possibly being gay, because he always gets upset when this topic comes up. And again, the offendedness on his face is like, what?
Oh boy.
It's an important distinction.
That Mechamaru part 2 is cool.
So I just thought about that meme you sent me again, where it's like, I'm gay because I like other men. You're gay because you hate women. We're not the same. And JJK is that. I think of Geto being like, oh, well, I want something sweet because I'm going to share my candy with Satoru. After you already had the falling out, too. Shit like that.
Well, I mean, that's a big fan theory that the 2 of them are gay for each other.
It's true. Even one of my favorite YouTubers was like, while I don't personally ship them, I see where you guys are coming from the narrative. I could see it there for sure. Like, thank you, based. That candy line does a lot of lifting. I mean, it's pretty gay, though.
It is.
I might hang out with Satoru, who we've been falling out. I gotta pick sweet. Share with my boy. My man. But I digress.
Yes. It's all good, though.
Yeah, the Mechamaru fight was... See, it wasn't in season 1.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that was animated already.
I will say that end of the episode kind of whiplashed me, though.
Can't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just kind of ended.
Laser cannon to Mahito's face. End credits.
Da, ba, ba, da.
What?
Huh? Excuse me?
What did we just
Could you have made more filler for the episode, please? So we could end somewhere else. Like the fight starting or Mahito walking in. Whatever, though.
My wife was super confused with all that. And I'm like,
I bet.
I don't get it.
I don't think my partner didn't ask anything, but I'm pretty sure he just kind of rolled
like,
with it.
so if he's just going to kill him, why heal him? I was like, I don't know. It's something to do with the pact. He's like, so what? And I was like, I don't know if it's Geto being superstitious. Well, Kenchaku being superstitious of you don't break a pact, or if there was terms.
If anyone
like
would
heavenly
know, though,
pact
it would
stuff.
be him.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's
But he did word it like he hasn't seen the consequences before, which is interesting. You'd think someone would fuck around and find out.
Right. Because I don't know if they made like some kind of heavenly pacts type scenario. Yeah. With cursed things, and then you break it, and then cursed energy could go wild or something. I don't know.
I'd just love to see it happen just to establish it. It's just talking and conjecturing about why leads to confusions like that.
Right.
But that's a very natural thing to be confused about. And more will come.
Yes.
As Exposition Kaisen continues.
Next week on
0.1 second domain expansions. Quite literally 1 or 2 weeks away.
For it to never happen again.
And the same fucking episode is going to be domain amplification. You're asking for a refresher on that, though, so you're about to get the full lesson.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm just ready for Gojo to fuck Nanami and
Gojo
go up.
I cannot wait. Next.
Because when I read the chapter, I can hear Yuji screaming that Gojo got sealed. Pictures you can hear.
I just hear
that's one of
Hanami splatting like a fly on a wall. And then just next.
Spoilers. It's gonna be good though. 18 straight episodes of fire. 17 because we haven't started yet.
Inverted guy, so 16. The fight was ass. The fight was ass. I'm not looking forward to that fight again. His design is ass.
That's the one that who fights him?
Megumi and Itadori.
I want to see the Choso Yuji fight in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be lit.
Slugfest in there, throwing each other through the stalls and all the urinals and shit.
It's practically the main event, but I can't wait for Todo and Yuji versus Mahito.
Yes. Did you see it though? And they showed it in the opening.
We didn't watch the opening.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
Oh,
too many spoilers in the opening.
Well, they do a good job. It's more you would see the spoilers, but I don't think your partner would see them.
He's smart enough to infer. He knows spoilers are in openings.
So, like, the whole bar covering her eye.
Probably would guess that one. Toji in the fucking intro is the worst spoiler.
Is he in it?
Yeah. The shot of him silhouetted like this in the honored one position of him going like crazy.
All right, yeah, don't show it then. Just skip over it.
That's
but
that's
they
the
show,
worst spoiler you can put in the intro. There's no reason for Toji to be here.
Yeah.
Why would you spoil that?
They show in the intro like a packaging with like all like 8 fingers in it, the ones that they force feed Itadori. But it's just showing them in the thing, yeah.
It's frustrating now. I still think Toji's that cherry on top though, because all it takes is for one person to be like, I recognize that silhouette.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's also just frustrating for Toji to be shoehorned back into the story in general.
Yeah.
That's also one of my least favorite parts of Shibuya in hindsight.
Because
in the moment I was like, okay, this is kind of whatever.
Yeah. My thing is, if you're going to kill a character off, grow the balls to keep them dead.
Yeah.
Because you just killed them.
Yeah.
If you want to keep using them, don't
cheesy.
kill them yet. Kill them off yet.
It's also just cheesy that he gets to literally run in on the Dagon fight. It just like take the W and then run away
and then
and kill himself.
and then kill himself. Yeah.
It's like he's literally just there because Gege's like, ah, shit. Fuck, fix everything, Toji.
And then they pull like a Naruto thing with it anyway, that he gets Edo Tensei, but then he's like the first Hokage because it's like you go to control him in Edo Tensei, and he's like, nah, bitch, I'm in control.
Tell me that he runs
like,
up and Dagon, like, that's the part that frustrates me. There's already 4 or 5 people in that fight. You could have ridden away for them to beat Dagon. But no, you have a resurrected Toji blitz in and win.
First off, of all the people in the world for that curse technique to be used on, why did you choose Toji?
Yeah, why did that woman immediately be like, I must get Toji Zenin?
Because she summons the body, and then her brother, son, whatever the other dude, jumps into the body and controls it.
Yeah. It's even more wild now that we've seen other sorcerers from history.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure there's documentation of sorcerers and
Reggie
their abilities.
used receipts to summon things. He was at least in the last, 100 years.
Go find the last users of the 10 Shadows or the Gojo clan dude and get his body.
I just thought it was Ishiguri, another one that had to be within recent time because he has the Banshonin fucking haircut.
Yeah.
He had to be in recent time. And you're telling me the
Kuwabara.
man that has the highest cursed energy output in all of the culling games had no recordings of him? No way. No way.
I call bullshit.
I also call bullshit. Though everyone would be fucked if that was Ishiguri. He'd just be standing on top of that skyscraper blasting Itadori into Megami. Into smithereens. No Yuta in sight to save them.
It is so unfortunate that Yuta doesn't show up in Shibuya until the very end. But, I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
I mean, I know where it goes. It's going to be awesome. Just a couple bumps on the road to get there. Not even real bumps. Personal bumps.
But, yeah, it's going to be great. There's a few scenes that whatever.
Mei versus the smallpox curse. Smallpox deity.
Miwa's justified deletion from the show.
She's not deleted from the show.
I mean,
You
her
mean-
relevance completely disappears when Mekamaru dies.
You mean, no, she rolls up on Kenjaku.
And what's his face blocks Uzumaki.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
she
just saying.
stands there and does
I'm
nothing.
just saying.
Miwa sucks
Who
ass.
else has the balls to literally go up to attack Kenjaku like that?
Everyone
None
else
of
that
them.
was there.
No. Not a single one of them threw their hands at Kenjaku. All of them went, oh shit, Ume's ice. Oh no.
In this latest chapter, they're like, and that monster Ume is still around.
And yet,
I was like, no,
and you
he's
get
not.
shit on Mito, who literally rolled up to try to hit Kenjaku.
She ain't gonna do nothing just because she is too stupid
At least she's
to
brave.
understand the gap in power.
Nah.
An ant crawling up your
Respect.
leg isn't brave.
Respect. Oh, but we'll
No,
respect
it's
Choso.
not.
But we'll respect Choso for trying to fight Kenjaku.
Yes.
Nah. Misogyny.
Choso-
Misogyny.
No, because Miwa's just
You just
ass.
don't like Miwa because she's a girl. Got it.
No, because Maki's amazing. Miwa is just useless.
Nope.
She just takes up space.
Wrong.
She was a character for
Bad opinion.
Mekamaru. No. Fuck that meme.
Bad opinion. How's she care? They have. I hate that she's just a character for Mekamaru when they establish that connection in one chapter.
Yeah.
That doesn't. No.
You're right.
She's just
But
a character.
she's just a character that does zero for the rest of the show.
I do think that's partly Gege's fault. Well, obviously. It's not partly. It's Gege's fault.
You know what? She was a tool used to show how badass Maki is.
Yeah.
In the
That was
last
the first
arc.
one, yeah. I still want to know whatever Gege thought he was going to be cooking when he showed Miwa in the culling games and then just jumped right over all that shit. I'm not over that because I saw it again the other day. Because I saw the same, the fucking panel where Yuta's fight ends. It just shows Miwa, no eyes or anything, walking around in the culling games. It's like, What were you planning? The next time I see you, you're smiling ear to ear talking with the gang.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Trimming the fat.
Is this really the person that went to cut down Kenjaku for killing Mekamaru?
I guess so, yeah.
Is any of that still in there, or are we just going to be silly Miwa from now on?
Silly Miwa.
Makes me angry. That genuinely makes me angry. It's such an obvious, forgotten plot point.
Well, she's just not strong enough. What is she going to do? Simple domain? That's all she got, right?
Well, I see her, like all of the other students, as someone who's going to surpass their master. Like, she should become a more realized version of whatever the fuck Kusakabe thinks he is. But whatever that, she should go beyond him in some way. Maki going beyond Toji, like, whatever their parallel is. It's not exactly their master, because no one's surpassing Gojo.
I still fucking despise, well, you two might, but I despise how they handled Maki's power up, where she just goes in a sumo fight with that dude and comes out being like, I am now uber strong. It's like,
so weird.
I get it, because you're like the Toji, you got that the buff to physicality because of your heavenly restriction that he has.
I also saw something on Twitter where it's talked about how like sumo is like very like explicitly like anti-woman, no women allowed sort of thing. So I get that angle of it too, but it's having the sumo fight in the literal middle of fighting Naoya. Like, yo, hold him off while we sumo.
Yeah, and also wasn't it in like some time differential?
It was in his domain.
Yeah, and time. Because
the sumo guy's domain did that part. Yeah, it just felt so incredibly ham-fisted in there.
Yeah,
and you could have literally just had her meet sumo guy before the Naoya fight starts,
or just her whole. This buff happened at the same time the last one did when she fused with mine.
Have them escape Naoya and then meet Sumo Guy and then continue the Naoya fight. There's a billion ways to do this.
Not just, open a domain, do a few sumo matches.
It's the first Hokage looking at Madara. Wait, I don't have time for you right now. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
There's a bunch of little things that could be better. I really hope that doesn't get like straight up dropped though. I would love to see Miwa blocking Uzumaki while other people show off how they've surpassed their parallels. Like she goes to block the Uzumaki while Maki comes in for like a cold ass like cut on Kenjaku.
Something. Maybe.
I'm just worried. I don't know what I'm worried about. I'm just worried. I don't care about seeing Kusakabe fight. I don't know why Kusakabe's here.
Well, not all these people are going to fight because...
May's made it sound like she's going to fight, though. And she's the last person I expected to fight. Right. The last time you saw Kenjaku, you took a paycheck and left. And now
you're... To a hotel with your brother and did...
In another fucking country. I'm pretty sure that was Cambodia.
Yeah, it was definitely on the other side of the world because it was specifically mentioned that it was a different time. Like, it's at night in Shibuya.
And she's like looking out a window of a skyscraper.
Yeah, and it was like daytime. There were people on the beach.
What the fuck you mean you're gonna fight now? What do you fuck you mean we're gonna fight? I'm so suspicious of Mei, and I feel like I shouldn't be because it's probably just another Gege forgot.
Probably.
It really probably is. But I'm still like, there's that inkling. There's a mind flare tadpole in my brain being like, is this bitch on Kenjaku's side maybe? Did she get the full payout? Or is she just another cardboard cutout now? Because that's what some of them feel like. They feel like cardboard cutouts.
Like Gojo's going to take out Maharaga or Sukuna next chapter. One or the other. Most likely Maharaga. And then either Kenjaku's going to come in and do some shit. I still stand that Gojo's going to lose the fight because of underhanded shit. But then it's going to eliminate Maharaga at least. So now it's just going to be a weakened Sukuna and then Kenjaku.
No, I wouldn't even be that
versus
worried.
That whole team. So it's like...
I feel like Maharaga's not even the biggest problem in here. Because, like, what are you going to do? Adapt to 12 people at once? They're the peanut gallery, but it's a big peanut gallery.
First off, how do you adapt to Yuta?
Oh yeah, not just 12 people, more like 30 curse techniques.
Yeah.
Well, 28. Kusakabe and Miwa are there, so I gotta cut a couple of them. Oh wait, 27. 26. Ooey ooey. Oh man, we're getting Sukuna's odds are looking better by the second.
It's funny too because Yuji was just telling Yuta to go. Let this chapter go.
I was so happy that Yuji said that too. That actually, I was like, my boy.
But I was still sitting there
because I was on Yuta's side, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm still hitting it in the camp that Yuji would be the one to take out Sukuna, but now it's like Yuji himself is telling Yuta to do it. So I don't know. Maybe he has to go take care of his mother instead.
Yuji's bag just isn't deep enough to fight Sukuna right now. You know what they should be doing?
I need an
Everyone
answer.
in that room should be in a lineup in front of Kusakabe and Miwa, learning how to do simple domain right now. It helped Gojo out a lot in their fight when Sukuna opened his domain. They should all be learning it right now. There's no reason not to. It's literally a move learned by plebs who don't have good curse techniques. So anyone can learn this shit. Teach it to them before they all run out into Sukuna's domain and become fillets. I'm just going to assume they learned it off screen because otherwise you should be running drills right now.
True.
Even Gojo whipped it out in the fight. Like... There's a lot of interesting interactions. I think I'd send Hakari out first. As much as shit as I talk about Hakari, as long as he gets that jackpot first, he'd be the perfect first person to roll in.
Yeah.
100%. At least the first he wouldn't be just dead.
Well, because, I don't know. I mean, just throw Miwa and Kusakabe at Utahime. Urume, sorry, yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
I actually hate that matchup even more than having them fight. They should be at Kenjaku. Only because they can block Uzumaki. They should be at Kenjaku. Not Sukuna. Sukuna would flay them to bits. I think Urume is a horrible matchup for them because that ice is just going to be monstrous for two katana wielders. When she Todoroki's that arena, they ain't going to do shit.
True. So you think Yuta and Yuji go after Sukuna? And...
I think at least...
Hakari... Well, no, because what's her name? Wants to fight Sukuna.
Kashi Fraud.
Kashimo.
Kashi Mid, yeah. Midimo.
Well, who knows, man? Maybe that one curse technique is what puts Sukuna in the ground.
Like I said, the first time this ever came up on Twitter, that was always allowed. Go ahead. Go first, Kashimo. Take the lead. We'll all be right there behind you when you go down. Oh, like you said with Gojo, this is your fight. You want to fight alone.
Because let's be real here, there's no chance that whatever this curse technique is stronger than a 120% amped up Hollow Purple.
There's no fucking way.
No way. And Sukuna tanked that. Yeah, he lost 2 hands, but then just healed them. He was smiling there, and then they started their fight.
Everyone wants to be like, oh, Kashimo's so confident. I don't know if he's confident or just excited to whip out a curse technique he can only use once. I think he just literally wants to see if it could hurt the strongest.
And it better be used. Because he's mentioned it
Imagine
so
if
many
that's
times.
the Gege forgot. Kashimo just goes down without ever using his curse technique. It's not even implied that it's important or anything. He just goes down.
So what the point is using a MacGuffin if you don't mention the fucking MacGuffin?
I wouldn't mind. I would laugh so hard. That would be the most vindicating day. I'll bring up my partner's laptop to start tweeting. I have a list of people to tweet if that goes down.
Oh boy.
Kashi Mid's going down. Stop talking shit to my boy Yuta. I was kind of angry when I saw finally saw that the actual translation was.
Oh, yeah.
After all those memes. Him being like, sit down, this is their fight. No, you don't talk to Yuta like that, you little bitch.
Yeah.
You got one curse technique, Yuta's got like 10. Sit down, boy.
And Rika.
And Rika. If that was...
And mad sword skills.
Let's be real. If it was Yuta versus Kashimo, we wouldn't have needed water to bring him down. Just saying. It's the only reason Hakuri won, too, is because he got him in the water. But Yuta wouldn't have needed that. Yuta would have just done it without needing immortality and the ocean.
The ocean.
The ocean. I mean, and I thoroughly believe that, because, I mean, he was winning a 2-on-1. Like, well, like, free-for-all, but still. Kind of 2-on-1. But I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yuta's logic made perfect sense. He can go in with Rika, keep the Shinigami, whatever, occupied while he fights Sukuna.
Oh, I'd want to see Maharaga versus Rika.
See?
Dope.
See?
That'd be dope.
They'd probably beat his ass.
Rika would... Well...
The only thing I'd be scared of is that just leaves Yuta open to die at some point. All it would take is, like, Sukuna turning his head to a back...
Dismantle.
Yuta's back. Yep. Done.
But then also, too, would Maharaga adapt to Rika? Would that be possible? It's a physical...
Maybe.
Rika
but
seems
the moment he
physical.
does, he could still whip out another curse technique on him.
Because Rika's more like a physical...
Yeah, like beating the shit out of him.
Claws, biting and stuff. Do you adapt to physical? Or do you adapt to things like Limitless?
I think he does.
Red and purple. I mean, red and blue.
I mean, we'll see it again soon, but pretty sure he does. I think that was part of the conundrum the first time Sukuna fought him, was that he goes for the punches, he gets resistant to the punches. He goes for the cleaves, he starts to get resistant to the cleaves, so he had to, like, swap attacks.
I think next chapter is going to be fire.
Yeah.
I could just smell it in my bones.
End on a bang.
Yeah.
Maybe the peanut gallery will finally deploy. Or maybe Kenjaku will finally show back up.
Something's going to happen. That's for sure.
Go, go, Curse Rangers.
Oh, boy. Well, that's another thing, too, because Kenjaku has Geto's powers, so he could just start throwing Curse Dog for a bunch of those other Peanut Gallery members to fight.
Yeah, that'll be Mei Mei's job. Fight the smallpox deity again.
Fuck it. So...
'Cause I like Mei Mei. Kinda, sometimes. Half of her character.
Yeah.
I like Mei Mei as a fighter.
So I started a new manga.
Ooh.
About a...
So not Sakamoto Days?
certain assassin.
Oh?
Yes. Kill Blue.
Brutal.
Read chapter 1. It's kind of problematic.
I mean, they're in middle school.
And he's not a middle schooler.
Oh. Ooh.
He's an assassin in his 40s that gets hit with some drug and wakes up as a middle schooler and gets sent to middle school.
Ew.
To then see what the middle school's like for this dude's daughter to go there. Because he's like, I want to send my daughter to school. Go check it out for me.
Sounds awful.
It's actually kind of good. But
it's a lot of hoops to jump through.
And I also did read 13 chapters of Sakamoto Days.
Good. I would have been upset. I would have been very upset.
Specifically 13. So now I'm one ahead of you.
Oh! I see how it is.
I read 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, inconsistencies.
Oh. Uh-oh.
One of them, 3 pages apart from each other.
Uh-oh.
So, let's see. Gotta go to my screenshots here. Okay, let's see. Getting there. Oh, the fucking roller coaster fight.
Yes.
Badass.
Yes.
Oh, where's
So I finally started liking the sidekick, bro.
Sidekick, bro. Okay, here. Dun, dun, dun. So, it's like the first thing that Sakamoto and Shin, is that his name, Shin? The other guy?
I think so. You know better than me now.
I'm pretty sure. So they take out something, right? So in this little corner here is the broadcast of the news station that they're watching, how they got this info. And this quote says, in yesterday's the bus jacking incident, the suspects were overpowered by an unidentified party, Sakamoto and Shin.
Yeah.
The hostages are all uninjured. The subjects have been, and then it goes, just in the screenshots now here. So I'm like, okay. Then they get busted by some police. And the officer asks them about the situation, and Shin says, oh, well, just a hunch. I mean, I sure hope they're all okay. I mean, they're all old people and all. And then she goes, how did you know none of the passengers were hurt? And then goes into this huge thing.
On the TV.
Yeah, it's literally right there on the TV. Then there was another one. Let me see if I took screenshots of all of them.
Well, she could just be a bad cop.
True. I didn't what I should have done was because I circled the first one, but
actually, let me put it a different way. She is just a bad cop. she did have the suspects, right?
Oh, no, there's another one too. The roller coaster fight itself. Shin and Shaolun. I can't.
Yeah, her.
The Chinese girl. Get on the same roller coaster track as Sakamoto and his family. They're in the front, he's in the back. In the middle is the assassin. They find it, they get into this fight on the tracks. They jump off and are fighting on the roller coaster, right? And it comes back around and they jump off and then they land. And now, where they land, Sakamoto and his family are already off the roller coaster and sitting in the audience watching the show that now Shin is fighting. I'm like, it's not that I'm like trying to call it out, but it was just 3 inconsistent. I forget what the other one is.
I was just about to say 3.
There was definitely 3 because I was counting them. I was like, oh, this is the third one. I'm trying to see if I have it. I love, by the way, that when he fights randomly, he'll just lose all the weight.
It's just him.
Like this panel right here is so badass. When he fought,
I was trying to go back to the roller coaster fight, and I just saw that.
But no, so I finally read it. So bow down before me and praise be to me.
Praise be
that I finally read Sakamoto. So now you can, get off my back
and read Sakamoto.
And yes, read.
Now
Sakamoto.
I can read it.
So I love all of the characters so far. So Sakamoto, awesome. This one where he just dismantles.
That's where
the
I was
gun
totally sold on the manga. That's all it took.
It's in chapter 1. I was the first scene when it's like, did I take a screenshot of it? No, I don't think I did. I could easily find it. It's in the first chapter. It's literally page 1. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's go back here. Dun, dun, dun. Here's the best one. And he fell in love. His face. And then he retired, got married, had a baby, and Sakamoto got out of shape. It's good. It's so fun. It's like a fun read. You know what I mean?
It is. It's a fun read to go with Spike's family now.
Yes. Which. Yes.
In hindsight, I think they did just get off the roller coaster.
Well, I mean, the fight was
while they're fighting, they jumped over 2 other cars worth of tracks.
The drunken fist style fight was so cool too.
Yeah, it was. It's like, okay. Girls got hands.
Also, just I like the comedy aspect of it, of the over the top fighting. That it's Shin is telepathic.
Let's go all the way.
He's telepathic and they never explain it. He just is.
He
just is. And punching each other through walls is just a thing.
Shooting off into a fucking merry-go-round's top car.
Yes, that's literally where I started that.
And them sitting there like that too.
Then they get off and the attendant is like, are you okay? Would you like to press any charges or whatever? Or you make sure you're injured for insurance or whatever? And he's like, I'm hard-boiled.
I love the hard-boiled guy so much.
You don't remember me, do you? That whole scene, too. He just, like, goes through this whole monologue early morning stage with Sakamoto. And then some other guys come up and it's like, oh, who's this? And Sakamoto's just like, oh, I have no idea. He's been with you for the last, like, 3 hours. The wife is funny, too, with all her rules. No killing that in this.
I like that she's, like, aware of it all.
Yes. I like how his glasses are bulletproof, too. It's just great. It's fun. I'm having a good time with it.
I can't wait to see more Negumo.
Oh, the
disguise guy.
Lloyd Forger.
Yes.
Of Sakamoto days.
That's probably my favorite opening to a chapter.
He fooled me too, yeah, so.
Me too. They also have the fucking cleanest volume covers, man. Fucking just nice ass volume covers.
Yeah, those are pretty dope. Oh, hey, there he is.
Yes. Look at that one.
They have 10 volumes? Oh, yeah, you said it was over 100 chapters out now, right?
Whoever this chick is that looks kind of like slime in girl form.
Well, slime is genderless.
So. Rimuru in girl form.
Yeah, Rimuru is genderless.
Emulating a girl.
Nope, even his form. Because he mentions it too. He's like afraid to look, and then he looks and he's like, my member didn't make it. So he just has no genitals. He's just nothing. He's a doll. That's it. He's just a slime that molds into a human, and then that's it.
Brutal.
That's new. But I mean, it's pretty early. There's not much to say. It's just a fun read. It's fucking have fun with it. I decided to do it yesterday, and I've been waiting to say this, and I was like, because I saw the Kill Blue thing, I was like, oh, another assassin, and I was like, oh, I gotta read the first chapter of this just to trick him to say that I read it.
Started reading that too, but every single time I read that fucking
synopsis,
I just do that sitcom voice and it immediately sells me out of it. The moment it's just like, blah blah blah, and being a hitman in middle school.
Or just the hitman things like, why not just read Sakamoto Days?
Yeah, literally. I did see like one little spoiled chapter too on Twitter of Sakamoto Days, but just sold me on it even more. Well, something with the buzzsaw girl, but I'll just leave it at that.
I don't even know who that is, so it's all good. But yeah, so there you go. Now I've read something that you've wanted me to read forever, so now I can hold that over you until you read something I want you to.
It's true. It's true. I'll have to read something soon, so you'll read Gachiakuta.
Yeah, I do need to do that. I need to finish some stuff. I need to get PunPun off my fucking table. I just keep not doing it.
Guess what? I read a single chapter of PunPun this week.
Oh, mustache twirl.
Yes. You've activated my trap card.
Is it one
single PunPun chapter?
Did you have to figure out where you were?
Yeah, literally, I had to go back a chapter, read that, and then read the chapter. Actually, it was on one of my less than official apps. So at first, I went through the chapter in reverse, going through it like a normal manga, but it scrolls the other way. So I'm literally reading a chapter in fucking reverse. It's the chapter where the uncle, like, almost wants to kill himself in front of the train, and then that girl's like...
yes.
So I literally read that in reverse again, and it was so bizarre. It's almost like she let him go into the train in that direction.
I remember that. So yeah, you're not...
No, I'm not far. No.
You're at, like, what,
40? Yeah. And then I read... like half of the chapter abstract. No, I think I read a whole chapter after.
I know once I get back to just sit down and start reading, because where I left off, dude, shit is like so crazy right now, like out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy fuck. Holy fuck.
I'm actually excited to read more. There's a little hook in that last chapter that kind of got me.
There's some stuff that happens that you're close to that would, like, the start, you're in like the midst of a story arc type deal with the uncle and PunPun.
And watching this kid play a sport. I forgot what sport already. Is it tennis?
I don't remember. It's like
shit. I know he's doing really well. Way better than PunPun expected. I think it is tennis. I'm actually pretty certain.
That's like 70 chapters ago for me. I'm in like the 110s, 120s. No, I don't think I'm in the 120s. I don't think I'm that high up. I got to be at like 110, 112 range.
20 is so much farther than...
Well, 120 would be further closer to the end because it's only, I think, 140 chapters, 144 chapters total. So, like, honestly, I just need one more, like... See, because, like, I know if I click on this tab, it's going to refresh and it's not going to keep my stuff. And
147.
Oh, I was close. What I said? Oh, I'm on 117. So I have 30 more chapters to go.
Well, I'm here. I gotta check how much Record of Ragnarok I have built up. Oh my god, not nearly enough. What the fuck, man?
Oh, I got Record of Ragnarok spoiler. Not that I read it, but...
What kind of spoiler? Did one of the fights get spoiled for you? That's about all that could happen.
Yes. I know.
Unless something cataclysmic changed while I was gone.
I know a character has a fight and that they lose.
I mean, you're not going to spoil me. I'm only like one fight behind. Spoilers for Record of Ragnarok. What character lost?
You see, now I'm second guessing his name, but I think it was something like Nikola Tesla, or am I thinking of something else?
Oh shit, it might actually not be a fight I'm in then. I know he's on the roster list too, so maybe just actually never mind. Shush. Shush. Keep your little secrets. The fight I'm in right now is the first emperor of China versus Hades.
Oh, actually no, I think it was Hades.
Oh, does Hades lose? Good.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't even care if you spoiled this one. It's been probably my least favorite fight so far.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Hades loses.
Like, China guy is great. Hades feels like a palette swap of fucking...
Because that's
his brother.
That live stream I said I was watching with the 9-hour one with all the top 15s.
Oh, did they put one of them in there?
Someone put Hades in there, yeah.
He's been my least favorite character on the God side yet.
Well,
easily.
That one dude put 10-10 in his top 15. So
yeah, it's for the memes. It's probably because he was the worst on the God side. I feel validated now.
I forget. I was telling you, I was updating you on that dude's list. I forget what he put as number one, but it was just like a...
I hope Tesla's next fight now. I really need to get out of this fight. Then again, I don't want to like get into another fight, get really into it, and then I'm just caught up on my monthly manga.
Right.
Oh, I bet. No, I don't think Tesla started. Something tells me that this... Nope, never mind. It probably has started. Never mind. I'm trying to guess off of the chapter titles that are ahead of me, and one of them is Ideate and Create, and then Dark versus Light. I thought Dark versus Light could be China versus Hades, but I think it's literally like the Tesla coil light. Because Ideate and Create... It seems a little bit more Tesla.
I'm also, real quick, throw this out there too. I'm on volume 7 of Berserk now, of the deluxe volumes, I should say, because
I meant to read one chapter of Vagabond to say I read one chapter of Vagabond, but I didn't get to it.
I did a lot of reading. I read everything. I read Berserk.
I don't even think I read everything of my own.
13 chapters of Sakamoto Days.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, I didn't read my Martial Master Asumi. Very sad. But I put that last because we don't both read it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, get to the shit we read first.
Yas.
I'm excited because it should be main character's fight next. The girl just finished her fight and she beat ass. The girl with the snaggletooth that I shared, she beat so much ass. Her fight was so good. Fight was so good. Was fighting a wrestler, so every time the wrestler went to like go in, she'd just kick her in the shin and she'd lose her balance. Just kick her right in the front shin.
Fuck it. Do we got to do to win the fight, man?
Yeah.
That's it.
But like usually it's pretty weak, but because the wrestler has to put all her weight forward, everything's on that one leg that's getting kicked. It just fucks her every time. I even like those little MMA details they sprinkle in. It's nice. And like Do Retry sprinkling in bullshit.
Like the arm dude.
Like the arm dude. I will never get over it. It single-handedly killed that manga. For me.
Brutes.
Yeah.
Magoots.
Because again, I was trying, man. I tried. That was a wall I couldn't climb over. That was a mine shaft I couldn't climb out of with my one arm.
Well, it's unfortunate, but it's whatever. Martial Master Asumi is there for you to
it's just
pick up the slack. So
better. It's also just like, how do I put this? Like less anime. It just kind of feels more like real life. Like his family just feels like normal. I mean, he has a brother that's super good at MMA, but otherwise, it just kind of feels like grounded.
Right.
He doesn't have some weird fucking catchphrase. He's just a kid that wants to take care of his grandpa with Alzheimer's, goes to the gym.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want that when everything else is like curses and devils. Doesn't want the guy that hits the gym and does some MMA.
You know, I don't know. You fully dropped Do Retry?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I need to remove it from my watch thing, but I've read it in ages. I haven't read it since One Armed Guy.
good choice.
No, I read it like a chapter after. It was like setting up one of the mentor characters, and granted, his fight was cool and stuff. But then I saw One Armed Guy as part of the regular cast. I'm just like, that's a no from me, dog.
Well, it's okay though, because we got Shojo Null and Wild Strawberry.
It's true.
As new mangas as well. So, but speaking of which, I was just thinking to myself, there is a new Shojo Null that we haven't discussed. But
you read it, right? Did you read the newest one?
Yeah, I'm caught up to everything. But
I would say because Shojo comes in the middle of the week. That's why.
Yeah, but I don't remember reading a Wild Strawberry.
It's bi-weekly.
I was gonna say.
I'm like 90% sure Wild Strawberry's bi-weekly.
Coming in 2 days.
Yeah, the last one was August 24th.
Yep. And yeah.
Yeah, July 27th, August 10th, August 24th. So yeah.
Well, good. Keep
bi-weekly.
it. I would rather keep bi-weekly to keep that fucking art style up.
Yeah.
Give him more time to draw all that shit.
And we have Shojo Null's a new weekly one too to fill in that time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the new manga. Dandadan. Dandadan. Keeps us going forever. Because while Wild Strawberry, maybe bi-weekly, Dandadan, don't miss a beat. And I forgot her name because I didn't screenshot it, but the ghost.
Reiko Kashima.
Reiko Kashima. Put makeup on and is now like beautiful, but at the same time has that. She's so fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah.
Like this screen when she comes up to Momo and puts her finger on her chin. That's such a creepy shot, dude.
A huge ass grin.
And then just openly talking to everyone about how Momo needs to be more direct in her love life.
Yo, tell that man.
No
tell that
one,
man before I come and kill you.
No one but Kenta picks up on it. Kenta's like, are you going to confess to me? Fucking guy. This is hilarious that she just runs
It's
off.
the one thing I screenshotted. Where's my man?
Where's my
man?
No, I screenshotted the absolute glory that is the detail on these drinks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, that is so insane.
It's a put level.
How good that artwork is on just a couple of bottles of soda, juice, water, and some like little
toys,
like Gundam toys. And I just loved this whole like like dynamic of them just chilling in the convenience store. You know what I mean? Yep. I know we wanted just Momo and Ken to go by themselves, but I think it
worked out.
It worked out. It worked out.
As usual, Yukinobu was cooking.
Yes. And then whoever the fuck Saint Germain is.
He looks hot, so.
Or Count Saint Germain.
Count Saint Germain. Don't knock a title off there.
And he's got a katana. So, instant badassery.
Indeed, indeed. God, I have so many tabs.
Oh, God. He's a member of the organization. He's got keys for earrings.
Oh, no.
And then also, Hyper Geezer. What the is going on with Granny Cat?
Yeah, does she know him?
Well, because she picks up the little whatever it is on the ground.
It's like a data chip.
Yeah, puts it on. I was kind of confused. I was like, is she eavesdropping on the Sapporo's conversation right now? Is she seeing things that's happening? So is she seeing this Count Saint Germain guy and she's like freaking out because she doesn't like him? Because the dude looks human. I'm going to say he's probably a human.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't look like an alien, so I'm going to say some dude. So, I don't know. We're getting the juice for the new... Just jumping right in, man. Just one down chapter, one down.
And, like, who's saying Hyper Geezer? Is it him?
I don't know, because there's no, like, line. It's just kind of there. It's just a squiggle mark around the text bubble. So it's kind of hard to differentiate. I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting. We're cooking for the next arc.
Yes. I'm here for it. I'm in it to win it. Because Dandadan don't miss. And it's always here for us, so.
Yes.
Shojo Null was a thing.
That was pretty good, actually.
It
gives a little bit of roping me back in.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like lost anywhere either, but like
I did have this parallel in my mind early on when they're interrogating. I'm gonna call them the Oracle because it reminds me of Oracle from friggin' Batman.
Yeah.
So when they're interrogating the Oracle and Marie, is that her name?
Who?
The Gijin.
Oh, yeah.
Is her name Marie?
Yeah, I think so.
Or Mari? Something like that? Holy shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Marie.
Alright, so Marie?
Marie, yeah.
Suddenly whipped out like the snake thing.
Right to his throat, yeah.
The literal... It's like the same kind of like metal tentacles that knives would use, but I digress.
Her hair totally didn't turn black, though.
No. She's a little shit starter on her own, too.
Yeah, she is.
But the way she snapped into being bubbly immediately and how Oracle is taken aback, I almost thought it was like an evil version of Anya.
Yeah, because she's got the ears.
She's got the bubbliness, too. It's like if you gave Anya murder powers, because Anya's already kind of like... She skirts a line sometimes.
She does. And then she just randomly gets kidnapped by some dudes and then decides to let them kidnap her. When she
starts to get interested in it.
Yeah, she's like, oh, a Yakuza boss, black market, merchandise.
That's exactly where it was. That's where I thought about Anya, actually. I'm so glad you mentioned that. That's the exact spot. I'm like, yep, that's an evil Anya.
Yes. She's just like, all right, yep, we're going.
It's the best.
I think you need to get your priorities straight on what you think is the best.
It's a good chapter. Good cooking.
I just now realized, too. I thought that the Ruri Dragon had more than 6 chapters.
No, it has 6 chapters.
And people loved that shit, too.
Yeah, they were all on board with that.
The dude just got sick, right? He was just...
Yeah, something to that degree.
Some kind of health problems, which is unfortunate. 6 chapters into your
incredibly successful manga.
Yeah, with 6 chapters. I read like 2 pages.
And it shows that it's successful by the fact that Shonen Jump never explicitly used the words cancellation or removal. Like, Ruri Dragon's still on the table, theoretically. Not that I give a shit, to be honest. I think it's so implausibly mid. Again. That's also because of the hype going in. To be fair, it's literally just like a slice of life manga, honestly. It's a high school life manga that has an especially cute girl.
I didn't read it. I read, like I said, 3, maybe 4 chapters.
I wouldn't be like, pages. Damn you, but...
Pages, not chapters.
Yeah. She is, again, it is cute. But it just... I think I've said this out here before, but I don't remember. It strikes me as very Kafka-esque. Not to just whip out one of the most, like, weird words I've ever learned in my life.
As in, which Kafka?
As in Franz Kafka. As in Kafka's Metamorphosis.
Okay, because I was like, which one? Because then there's also Kaiju number 8, and the new character,
which I still
Star Rail.
think he's named Kafka because of Kafka's Metamorphosis. In a different way, because he wakes up as something different.
Yes.
Kinda. That's the kind of, like, parallel here. But for Ruri Dragon, it's in the way he writes. It's like this crazy thing that she's coming into her dragon powers, but the whole story is just about it not being a big deal. So it's like, I don't know, like, too low-key. Kind of rubs me the wrong way in that sense that, like, every chapter is just, yep, I get it, she's just a kid. Yep, I get it, her friends don't care. Maybe it's just because I'm too old for this story. It's teaching lessons that I've already learned.
Maybe.
But true. Every chapter's like, oh, I breathe fire now, everyone's gonna hate me. No one hates me, no one cares, people think it's cool. It's like a whole story about how this fantastical thing is mundane, and I'm not on board for that kind of story.
Yeah. I don't know, it just doesn't grip me. I was scrolling past it, and it's like, I remember this being popular, and it only has 6 chapters? Holy shit.
I keep wanting to say I don't know why, but then I remember that, I do know why.
Yeah.
Explicitly because of cute dragon girl.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, not to say it's bad, though. Far be it for me to say it's bad. I've seen worse. Do Retry exists.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's worse, too, than that.
Yeah.
Speaking of not worse things, though, but some good things. I've seen all of the One Piece live action.
Oh, I haven't even started it yet.
Yeah, I watched all 8 episodes.
Damn.
Yeah. Me and my wife watched 7 of them in a row.
I was going to say, it's going to take me a while, because we're going to, at least, if he's on board for it, my partner's going to watch it with me. I told him at a point, like, if you don't want to watch this, just, like, tell me.
It's good. It's... See, because
I've watched reviews already, too.
I haven't seen the Rurouni Kenshin trilogy movies, which I hear are really good. But excluding those, because I haven't seen it, it's the best manga/anime adaptation to live action that there is.
Did you watch Ghost in the Shell?
No, but it was notoriously pretty bad.
I liked it.
Did you?
I did.
Everyone I heard shit on it. But Alita wasn't bad either, but they changed a lot of the story.
That's why I brought up Ghost in the Shell, because a lot of people are saying it's like a 1-to-1 of the original movie, which I've never seen, which could also be part of why I don't give a shit.
Right. And then Death Note, Dragon Ball Evolution, the Full Metal Alchemist.
Those ones are what we call the
bad,
undeniably garbage. That's the word I'm looking for. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, garbage.
There was something that just recently came out. I feel like that got worse reviews than Dragon Ball Evolution did. Or maybe it was just not recently came out recently that I saw in a video anyway. But regardless.
Bleach live action?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch that either because I just can't. My tolerance for live actions are very low. But the One Piece one's good.
Good.
It's 8 episodes. 8 or 9 episodes, I forget.
8.
Either way. That cover like 110 episodes of the anime. So they have to condense certain things, like the whole Barate arc is 1 episode, the whole Arlong Park is 1 episode, Usopp and
Syrup Village.
Syrup Village is 1 episode. I almost said Cocoa Village, but that's Nami's village. The whole beginning part with Zoro and everything, those are like 2 episodes because they like introduce Nami, Kobe, and all those into it. And then they take stuff that happens way later in the series and put that in this. Like Garp's whole introduction
doesn't happen. I heard he's like all up in there.
He is, and that doesn't... Everything involved in Garp that happens in this...
I thought Garp was in Rogue Town.
No.
No?
No, Garp's introduced at the very end of Water 7, after Enna's Lobby.
Oh, I did... Oh, wait, no. Because I didn't watch any of that. Huh.
Dragon's in Rogue Town.
I remember that.
Because he's the one that grabs Smoker's sword thing. But anyway, so he's in it. So like all of Garp's stuff that happens later in Enna's Lobby, the whole that thing, they just take that piece of chunk and just put it throughout the story. But
was he possibly in Sabbaty?
Who?
Garp?
No.
I'm wondering where I've seen him then.
Because he's literally introduced at the very end of Water 7.
I've never watched that anime material either.
And then after he's introduced, you see him at certain points in between arcs, like his reaction to Luffy stuff, and then he's all over Marineford. And then we don't see him in the time skip for a while. But he's sprinkled throughout the series. But to have him so prevalent but it fits, so it makes sense for the story that they're going to. Yeah. The actors did an amazing job for all of them.
That's the part I'm most excited for, was the casting.
Yeah, it's great. I think his name is Inuki. Could be wrong, but the dude that plays Luffy is a weird name like that, but he did a great job playing Luffy. I feel like if Luffy was a live action person, it'd be this dude. He just is. You know what I mean? His goofiness, he takes Luffy's goofiness and brings it to screen very well. Nami does a great job being Nami. I'm sorry, I don't know any of these people's names. So
yeah, I don't either.
Sanji's great. Zoro, I think so. Zoro is a better post-time skip Zoro than pre-time skip Zoro, because those are two. Like Zoro's character changes a lot between the two. He's the one that you can notably see a difference between the two, pre and post-time skip. He's way more serious post-time skip. Because there's like a meme of that in the One Piece community. Bring back Zoro smile or laugh, because he just doesn't anymore. He's not goofy. He's that stoic, serious type now. And that's what he is in live action, which I'm fine with. The dude killed it. And the costumes and wackiness of other like side characters was done pretty well too. So it's not like you see something, and because it's One Piece, you know what I mean? If it was something else and some dude just walks up with a hood that has mouse ears on and the dude's got whiskers and like a mouse nose, you can be like, what the fuck is this? But because it's One Piece and it's already like that this whole way, it fits. Acion Morgan's the dude from the Zoro arc. Yeah. He looks great.
The only reason I remember he exists is because I saw him in the live action trailers. Otherwise, I wouldn't have remembered he existed in either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, there was a bad guy in that part.
Koro?
Yeah.
Killed it.
Good.
Killed it, dude.
Good.
So good. Buggy is okay. I mean...
I thought that Kuro's underrated in general.
Yes. I mean, Buggy's more of like a Joker than he is Buggy. But, I mean, it's whatever. He still did a good job.
Yeah.
He fits the role. It's just because when I look at Buggy, I look more at like current Buggy and like the things that Buggy's been doing through the whole story. Because it's been eons since I've watched Buggy's introduction arc.
Yeah.
So he could be acting a lot different then than we.
He was still kind of goofy, though. But, I mean, of course he was more threatening than goofy back then.
Yes.
But there's still some goofball in there, I feel like. But I'd have to reread it, honestly, too.
Yeah. And
Well,
then,
rewatch it.
Yes.
I've never read it.
And then, like, Arlong, honestly, was great. I
Good.
thought he was
He's the
going
one
to
I
be.
was the most worried about.
I thought he was going to be a weak point in it from the trailers. The nose looks a little off, but honestly, once you get in there, it's not that bad. I didn't mind it.
You know what Charlie's favorite was? I watched Charlie's review of it already. Mihawk.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, they killed it on the Mihawk intro.
So good. Shanks
Shanks is the
worst.
Actually, that was the one I was most skeptical of. Because I was just talking to my partner about it, where I'm like, he just looks too baby-faced. He looks like Ryan Gosling, honestly.
He looks weird with the red hair. It doesn't fit the actor.
But,
like, the acting the man did works. Like his performance isn't the issue. It's it's the hair. It just looks weird on him. You know what I mean?
He looks just like Ryan Gosling to me. I can't get it out of my eyes. Let me just... Does he not?
A little bit, yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, Alvida was great.
Someone else threw out, I forgot your name. Batman guy.
Well, that's Bateman, but, fuck.
It's Batman.
Yes, you got me messed up now.
Christian
too.
Bale.
Christian Bale, yes. You showed me a picture of Bateman, and I'm like, ah, shit. Now I'm confused because it's a meme. But yeah, so like, I thought things would like the facial hair on Mihawk. I thought was going to be weird, but it just works.
It's a little weird, but it's not the weirdest thing I've seen in the trailers.
You know what makes me okay with it? Tony Stark and his beards with Robert Downey Jr. because he kind of like his. You watch all the Marvel movies with him, especially the early ones. Like later, they just give him a goatee.
Yeah.
Like earlier, they try and do that fancy like zigzag shit in there, or like the little spikes coming off it. So I think that kind of eased me into it to be okay with.
I kind of think it's the contacts he's wearing, those like sharp eyes that he has on, that kind of brings it in. Together.
Kobe was great. My wife loved that character.
I don't give a fuck about Kobe. I'm gonna be
real
honest with you, but I'm glad someone appreciated him.
A character you'd care even less with, Helmeppo.
Is that the fat lady?
No, that's the dude, the blonde that is Axiom Morgan's son, the one that goes and...
I didn't even remember Axiom Morgan.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Some little girl tries to... I'm going to try and trigger your memory here. Zoro's up on the cross. The little girl comes to try and feed him. And then this dude in the suit with the stupid bowl cut blonde hair rolls in and like smashes the food. He's just kind of a dick. He's on screen for all of like 4 minutes in the original series. But he's in the show a lot. So he portrayed what that character was well, like in that scene. So it's like,
that's good.
I think that everyone did a very good job portraying the characters that they were. There's still goofy elements, and there was some stuff that I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Some of the like special effects, there's one scene a lot of people point out in one of the fight scenes, Zoro kind of rolls over something, and you can see the prop sword is rubber, and it like completely bends in half on his waist. I didn't notice it in the in the bit of things.
It's secretly Gear 5th foreshadowing.
Yeah. So I didn't see it in the midst of it happening, but screenshots of it are everywhere. other people are complaining about, remember Nami's sister character in the anime?
Yeah.
The blue hair?
Barely. Absolutely barely.
She's not in it much either, but people are trying to make fun of the actress because she's a black actress with bright blue hair. And people are trying to say it just doesn't look right, whatever. It's like...
Who gives a fuck?
It's inconsequential. Like, what?
Big Mom. Argument done.
Yeah. It's like, right. Next.
Yeah.
She did...
Yeah.
She didn't deliver a poor performance or anything. She just did her role.
Twitter shit tards.
Yes. Push that away.
Throw that one in the garbage.
Usopp's character.
Nice.
He's great.
You hear a lot of love for Usopp.
Yes, because Usopp is great.
I mean, do I even still have my Skypiea edition ranking of the One Piece crew?
Oh, of like MVP list.
No, literally just how much I like them.
I
might have deleted it.
I know not. Robin was very high up on the list.
Robin was first.
No.
I mean, granted, because she is the MVP. She's the only one that does anything. And yeah, I did delete it.
So good.
I know the bottom was Sanji.
I enjoyed the live action very much. And
I'm excited for it. I've been excited for it.
There's certain things, like there's the story, like the whole thing is them trying to find a map to the Grand Line, and it's so funny though, because this is one thing, they're trying to do this, map to the Grand Line, because like a treasure map type deal, and like, they explain it, even in the show, and they show you the map, and they show you what the Grand Line is, and when you see this explanation, you're like, there is not a single person on the face of the planet that needs that map to get to the Grand Line.
Oh yeah, because it's fucking around the world.
It's the equator.
Wouldn't it just be like drive
world,
your boat, you'll find it.
Well,
but not the way to get on.
You'll find the calm belt first, but yes, because you got the seas that are like north, south, east, and west, but they're not completely cardinal. They're northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest are the seas. In the middle is Reverse Mountain that each of the four come into. You go up the mountain, and then there's one drop-off point that shoots you down into the Grand Line. There's one way into the Grand Line, and one way only, which is another big plot hole that I've always thought about in One Piece. The Marines want to stop piracy. The
Put
Reverse
a big old boulder
Mountain,
in there.
There's two rings around the world. There's the Grand Line, which is the ocean ring, and then there's the Continental Ring, which is the Red Line, which is a mountain range that the Holy Land, where all the nobles and everything, they live up there. So you already control the Red Line. Reverse Mountain is a mountain range. It's just a mountain that happens to be in the center of the Grand Line. You still own that fucking thing. 4 rivers come up to a point and drop out one. Put a Navy base up there.
Yeah.
Any boat that passes, shoot it. Piracy is over. No pirate ever enters the Grand Line again. Problem solved. Because the only people that can get in otherwise is a Navy ship. Because they have the code in on the bottom of it. So they can go over the comm belt without getting attacked by all the
monsters.
The sea beasts and shit. So they're the only ones that can do that. There you go. Monopoly on the world.
Done.
Put one base in
or
one
boulder.
Range. Or that too. There's a lot of strong devil fruits. The Fleet Admiral right now, Aikanu, is lava base. Just go up there and just lava the whole fucking thing up.
So it's a nice obsidian wall.
Yeah, there you go. Close that bitch up.
Dam it up.
That's all you got to do. It's like, because like you've probably, another thing to trigger your mind, at the bottom of the East Blue, to get in there, Laboon is down there. The giant whale, and the dude smashing his head against it.
Yeah.
And you got Crocus that sits on an island right there, and he's the only dude stationed there. And it's like, you can't put a Navy base there? And then you put a Navy base there, and then
They're
Navy
just so busy in the Grand Line right now. It's not feasible.
I know.
We have more money for cannonballs, but not for infrastructure. Realism.
Things I would change. I was Marine Fleet Admiral.
Maybe we should stop endorsing some of these pirates.
Shit. It's a good watch. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think your partner will enjoy it because he enjoys One Piece. He watches One Piece. He's semi-current. I know
he's not excited for it, but...
Give him my assurance because I know that he watched all of it. He's at least in Wano. I know he might not be caught up currently.
Yeah.
Because he might do what I used to do, right? He lets episodes build up, binges a couple or however many he wants to, and goes about his life. But because he's watched all of One Piece, he's seen it all, I think that he would enjoy and appreciate this. Good. So, tell him as a fellow One Piece fan that
I give the stamp of approval.
I give the stamp of approval that he can watch it.
I'm excited. I'm probably picking up Netflix again this weekend. I've just been really broke this week.
You know, we picked it up literally just for that. This is nothing else. Once it's over now, so we're probably going to cancel it immediately.
I have two more things to watch on it besides that.
What are those?
The new season of Baki, first of all.
Yeah.
Because I'm absolutely watching me some more fucking Baki.
I saw a scene from that today.
Oh, was it a good scene?
The first. I'm missing context, but I can fill in some of the blanks. So it was a YouTube short, so it's close. And it was the first human, I could tell by his body proportions.
Go.
So he looked like he just lost a fight.
Sorry, I could tell from his body proportions.
Yes, I could tell from his body proportions. Yes. It looked like he had just lost a fight or something because it seems like he was either like in an unconscious state or whatever. And then he kind of just like backs up, right? And Baki's walking towards him in like street clothes. And the dude's kind of stumbling backwards towards Baki, but then like turns the opposite way. So Baki still keeps walking like around his back and then walks this way. And the dude turns around. And then all of a sudden Baki turns around and looks at him. And then he like shouts no to whoever's walking up to the first human. He's in this haze and he just slams his like two fingers like this to try and like go through the dude's skull or neck or whatever to sever everything. But because he's dazed, he did it above the guy because he's short. And he smashed his fingers, like his whole hands together, so they're all mangled together. And he's dripping blood down on top of the dude's bald head. And then
was it eye patch? Did the bald guy have an eye patch?
No. I don't think so.
I was hoping it was.
But then they show what would have happened if he hit that. It was like, it would have severed his fucking, like, the nerve endings from his brain to his body. Because he's, like, you know.
I can literally hear the sound effects in the narrator in my brain. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready. You see, if the attack would have landed. Oh, I'm so ready. Baki's the best shit to come to Netflix.
What's the other one?
The Black Clover movie.
Ah, yes.
No, note the difference in excitement levels here. I'm ready for some fucking Baki. I'm gonna watch the Black Clover movie.
Yeah. The only thing I could finish.
Beastars.
Oh.
Beastars.
The only two things I could finish: Beastars and.
Because the final season comes out next year.
Season 3.
Yeah, Beastars.
It's only 3 seasons. I didn't know the manga was that short.
But... Well, the manga's definitely ended. I feel like it could have been 4, but I don't know. I don't know for shizzles.
Bastard.
Yes.
The new anime with the 90s style. I mean, I watched half of it.
I'm still dying to complain about the end of season 2 of Beastars.
Oh.
I'm dying to complain about it. Great season. Weird last couple episodes there. Not weird, questionable.
I do gotta get on it, but it's
a big Dick Louis season, I will say. It's a lot of Louis.
I do like, and I do enjoy the Louis. It is definitely on my back burner, though. I'm not gonna lie. 100%.
All around me are familiar faces.
Mostly because I just don't care for Netflix right now. It's just $15 a month for what? Nothing.
It's more reason to knock out the 12-episode season so you don't have to pick it back up again.
Right.
Or, in your defense, wait for the last season to come out and then binge both.
Like I don't know. There's nothing that I can. You know what? The other thing, the Castlevania. I'll be coming back for that.
That's also fair. I still need to finish Castlevania.
It's so good. But we've talked about that before too. Yeah. You were further than I thought you were.
Yes.
Castlevania is it's honestly one of the better things Netflix has put out. And consistently too, because most of the time we're like, oh, season 1's great, season 2 is alright, season 3 is pretty bad type deal. But with Castlevania, it's just banger.
I feel like they did another show, but I forgot already.
Oh, Edge Runners. Was that produced by Netflix or no? I know.
I meant the Castlevania animators themselves.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Netflix as a whole.
No.
What they fucked up and what they succeeded in.
No.
Did they do Edge Runners, or did they just get the rights to stream it?
Probably just got the rights to stream it.
I would assume so.
Because, Trigger made Edge Runners.
Oh, then yeah, okay. They just got the rights, yeah.
Yeah, that's a Studio Trigger thing.
That's another thing, actually, I could pick up there.
Edge Runners? Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I haven't watched Edge Runners or Arcane.
I've seen the first 3 episodes of Edge Runner. It's good.
I bet it is. It's Trigger, man. It's Trigger with more leash, which is what Trigger needs. Trigger needs a leash sometimes. I just want the studio, man. I just want the studio. Warren Ellis Productions for season 3 and 4. God, that's too many studios. Which one of you is actually in charge? I feel like Warren Ellis is the name I want, though. Oh, well, I'm done with this wiki page.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, unrealized projects, sexual coercion allegations.
Oh.
Swoop.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That rabbit hole is done. It's a fucking Nagatoro.
No, I don't know what it is.
It looks like Nagatoro. Look at the one like flashing her booty.
Yeah. I don't remember. Netflix is it's just not what it used to be, man.
Nah, I'm an HBO fanboy.
I don't know, man. That's just as expensive.
But for actually good shows on it, like Peacemaker and Barry. Tokyo Vice.
I'm Pickle Rick! But see, like, I don't watch all those shows, so... I'm Pickle Rick!
Barry's so fucking good. I cannot even describe how great Barry is.
I just don't watch TV shows, man. I just don't. I watch anime and that's it.
Good.
I watch anything. The One Piece live action is the first live action thing I've watched in a year, or if not more.
To be fair, like everything live action I've watched that I would praise has come from HBO. Barry, Peacemaker was also for like the same reasons too. They're both psychological but also hilarious. There's another one. Yeah, Tokyo Vice, about a reporter that moves from America to Tokyo to try and make a name for himself, based on a true story.
Game of Thrones. You were watching that?
Yes, I was watching Game of Thrones. It's a whole shitload on there.
Well,
and then all the good cartoons too, because we're on season 4 of the Harley Quinn show now. We watch every season.
Oh, see, I can't do it. I can't. They just shit on the Bat family so hard.
They do. I would have been nice. They've only really shit on Batman the last couple seasons. Like they shit on Bruce Wayne. They didn't shit on Batman before.
I saw a clip though that they tried shitting on fucking Alfred, but then he just like
oh my god,
kicks everyone's ass.
Well, Alfred also gets like a whole arc of like mentoring Harley too.
Oh, well, I don't know.
But then the moment that she like learns her lesson from him, is like embracing it, and they're like riding or dying together too. He's like, oh, 1 second. He goes and robs a bank so he can try to get put in the same prison as Bruce is.
Bruce Wayne's in prison?
Yeah, starting the zombie apocalypse.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm good with that.
I love that show.
Well, we were going to talk about, or you were going to talk about Baldur's Gate, but
yeah,
I think we'll save that for next week when I have things to say about it too.
Hope I don't forget my stories.
Because I tried to fucking play it today, and them in Starfield, it's fucking Tuesday. This is when you release games, not on Wednesdays.
Again, to be fair though, 2 weeks ago I looked at that store page and it said the 6th.
I thought today was the 6th.
It's not the 6th. That's not their fault.
No, but... No.
I don't know about Starfield. Obviously did check the Starfield page on my PS5.
Well, Starfield says today. Says
okay, so that one's...
September 5th, but then you look it up online and it says the 6th. But Steam told me
okay,
today.
So there, to be fair...
Well, no, it's not that it's fair or unfair. It's just like I assumed because it was Tuesday it was going to come out today. But I was wrong. Whatever. It's not that I had much time to play it before we would have
recorded anyway,
so...
They might have gotten done with some character creation.
Yeah, if that.
Save often. Save often. Save often. Save often.
There's no autosave?
There is autosave, but fucking save often. Because sometimes they're not going to have your back that great.
Well, because I was reading about that, like, people were getting upset about, like, what they called it? Save scumming. Save scumming. And I'm sitting here like, first off, fuck that term. Because it ain't save scumming. Everyone in every game ever has done this, and you're now saying for Baldur's Gate it's called save scumming, and you're a scum for doing it. Everyone does it in every video game ever in the history of ever. To
be a little fair, it's not a term I've only heard in Baldur's Gate.
This is the first time I've heard it, because I've seen everyone do it. They do it all for recordings. They do it for trophy hunting.
It's mostly something I've heard for games that have permadeath, though. Things like Fire Emblem, because you would lose characters when they die. So people would save scum the shit out of that. I save scum the shit out of that.
I just don't like the term, I guess. So I don't think it's scummy to say, oh, my favorite character in Fire Emblem just died and got deleted from my playthrough.
Let me put it this way, though. Would it be scummy in D&D for me to say, no, let's go back 5 turns so that companion lives?
In D&D, when you're playing with other people, but not when you're playing a video game.
Baldur's Gate can be played multiplayer.
Yeah, but the multiplayer aspect of things...
I see where they're coming from a little bit, but I also see where you're coming from a little bit, because there's also...
Yeah, but again, with the multiplayer thing, okay, me and you playing multiplayer... What changes today? If I save scum, let's say, okay, you just left my server and I do my own thing. What is there to save scum in multiplayer?
Well, I'm saying you're saying it's like a solo thing. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying, but with the multiplayer aspect, what is there to save scum? Because there isn't, right?
They literally can't. You have to roll with your decisions.
Yeah. So in a single player aspect, do you? If you want to reload your save because you chose the wrong path, or like, because I saw one thing, they wanted to romance this character over here, right?
Yeah.
But they were talking to a male bard first and said, oh, when you're done with your thing over there, let's have a drink together. And he's like, okay, yeah. He says yes to having a drink with this person. Then goes talk to romance the other person, and that person denies the romance chart because you started this dude's romance thing.
To be fair, I fucking save scum.
Yeah, no, I'm just defending the thing.
No, I see their point of view, too, though.
That was literally the dialogue choice. Let's have a drink later.
Yeah.
The dude's like, no implications at all. It's just two buddies going to have a drink. And that was what started the romance option with that romance character. Path. So because you started on with this, it disables your options with this person. That person immediately shuts you down. Well, if you weren't sleeping with so-and-so, what are you talking about? So in that instance, he just redoes it. But then people are like, I just see people getting so mad about it. And I'm like, dude.
Well, that I just don't
understand.
It's
a single-player experience. It's like...
You shouldn't really
And
give
the
a shit what
term,
other
I just
people
don't
do.
like the term that says scum. It's like to say that you're scum for reloading a save to try and make your own personal best outcome in a situation that only affects you. You know what I mean?
Well, I
think
see the term save scumming when the person reloads a save 18 times to try to roll one dexterity check to open a chest. That's where the term... You know what I mean?
I guess because you could say the
Yeah,
same thing,
I have
like,
one lockpick and I failed my check. I'm going to keep reloading this till I open this one chest on the road. One of a billion chests in the game.
It's the same. Then you just get like a piece of like
Cloth.
woolen cloth.
Yeah, 2 carrots and a pie.
And a sweet roll.
See, that's the kind of stuff I get, or like, again, like story moments. But
a new hand touches the beacon.
But like my fucking story, not the bear story. This is, you have to save scum. You have to save often. Because I made a fucking mistake in the camp. Asterian, vampire, rogue, comes up to me. He's like, I'm getting really weak here. I really need to drink some blood. I usually drink it from like elks and shit, but I need something. You need to give me some blood. You need to give me some blood. And I was like, okay. Oh, I was a little iffy on Asteria in this playthrough, so I like peer into his mind with magics and shit. And it's even like, oh, you see through his eyes. He's desperate. He's feeding on something. It's a rat. So I was like, oh, he is just like desperate. He doesn't like feed on people. So I was like, you know what? Here, have my neck. You can have a little bit of blood.
Does he kill you?
So he starts drinking. It's like, oh, there's a cold sensation there, and I'm like, okay. It's like he said himself he wouldn't take a drop more than he needed. That I could trust him. He even brought up trust. He's like, let me prove it to you. So I'm like, okay, keep going. You're fine. And I was like, and then it's like the coldness is like washing over you, and it even shows like your character like grabbing onto him. So I'm like, okay, this is getting kind of hot. Okay. Keep going, fam. I trust you, and this is hot. And it's like, oh, the pain washes away as the coldness fills you. And yeah, starts the next day up. My corpse is in the middle of the campground, and everyone's just chilling in the spots that you talk to them with. I tried switching to one of them that's on my party, the cleric. You can't revive yourself. It's as if you failed all your death saves already.
He just straight up murders
Untargetable. And then I try to go up as Shadowheart to Asterion to get a goddamn answer about this. And he goes, oh, I don't talk to underlings. Bring your boss to talk to me. That's the only person I'll talk to. Like, you prick! I can't continue the story, like, without my player character then? So, yeah, I booted that shit right up. I was so happy. I had the foresight before the second time, where it's like, let him drink more. That's where I saved. So I immediately went to the option, ram a stake into his heart. I end up failing, but I still stab him in the ribs, and he scurries off. I saved after that, went back again, because I just wanted to, I was like, I'm going to stab him, and I'm going to see if I can persuade him out of it. So I saved there, went back to the save in the conversation. I was like, try to persuade him off of me. So it's after already letting him once, letting him drink a little more. I fail the persuasion. And it goes, he is long past reason. It shows his face. He's like, drinking on me. I'm like, no, this motherfucker's dead. I reloaded where I stabbed him. I continued on. I'm like, fuck a stare.
So what would have happened then? It's just game out. You have to start a new game. Your body just lays there, and you can,
or reload whatever your last save is.
So you can kind of control some of the other characters around wherever camp you're in.
Yeah,
you can't
like
leave
you go to camp, and that's where you'll take your long rest, and that's where you can talk to everyone you've recruited and switch who's in your party or not. Mm-hmm. And then you go back to the actual game map. Like the camp is like almost like the round table in Elden Ring.
Okay.
I was kind of angry that I couldn't continue the story. Not that I would have. I want my fucking dragon, sexy dragon man. I was going to reload no matter what. But yeah, there's a little parable for why to save often. Because imagine how much progress I could have lost if I did save in that conversation.
Murder a vampire instead of recruiting.
He's not that bad. He's not that bad. Just don't let him feed on you. Just say no to him.
So he can't control his own urges when
Actually,
he starts.
fun fact too. My partner didn't run into that.
The dude just never asked him?
Nope. I think it's because he probably had Asterion on his party for longer than I did, so he's probably feeding off creatures or animals
Or
in
your
secret.
other party members?
Yeah, because my first rest, I saw Asterion sneak out of the camp. Away from us, too. He snuck out.
During your rest, does it just go to a black screen and come back as if you slept?
Different things. The last, 3 rests I've had have been eventful, so...
The reason I'm asking is because of perception checks or whatever. Do you, as the player, see things that your character wouldn't see?
No.
So the game only lets you yourself see things?
It could still happen. The way it's happened every time something, happens is, I go to click end day. We're all in our pajamas, I'm shirtless. I go to click long rest. And then, the screen will go to black. And it should open up to the next day, but then it'll open to, a cutscene of me sleeping. And the narrator comes in, because there's a whole-ass narrator for everything. So I can imagine that things you don't perceive could still be there, and you roll the check for it. Because most of the time, the cutscene opens while I'm still sleeping.
Right.
Like that moment, actually, yeah. I didn't see Asterion leave. I was asleep. It just showed him walk out. It didn't even have, a narrator be like, you hear soft footsteps of a man.
You, as you, sorry. Just not me. Your character.
Yeah, so yes, you can. That can happen.
I see. Cool. But I'm sure we'll have more to say about Baldur's Gate next week.
The whole last story I had to tell.
Yes, well.
I can wait, though.
Don't
then you'll at least have some context, too.
Yes.
Remember Bear getting arrested.
I will do my best. Right, that's it, a wrap for this week. It's been Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 29. Take care, y'all.
Take care.